Okay, so in the last video we worked on determinants. So in this one we're going to work on finding inverses. So suppose I'm given any matrix. It needs to be a square matrix, so 2 by 2, 3 by 3, 4 by 4, so on and so forth to find the inverse. Suppose I'm given a square matrix 2 by 2. My first step to find the inverse is I have to find the determinant, as it says over here. So we have to remember that determinant is A times D minus B times C, right? So A times D, negative 9 times negative 2, minus B times C, 10 times 0. So that gets me positive 18 minus 0, so 18. 18 is my determinant. Okay, so that's step number 1. Okay, if it is 0, stop. This is not 0. If it is any other number, continue. Okay, so I get to go on to step number 3. Step number 3 says swap A and D, then change the signs on B and C. So that's referring to this original matrix. If this is A, B, C, and D, I need to change some things around. I need to swap A and D. So that means I'm taking this negative 2 and putting it up here, and this negative 9 and putting it down here. So I got negative 2 and negative 9 now. And it says change the signs on B and C. So 10 is positive, so now I'm going to make that negative. 0, well, 0 you can't really change the sign of. But if it was a negative number, I would turn it positive. So if it was, say, negative 7, I would make a positive 7. So whatever number you have here, no matter what it is, you just change the sign. You're not moving B and C, you're only moving A and D. You're not changing the signs on A and D, you're only changing the signs on B and C. Okay, so now I have that. All right, next step, multiply 1 over the determinant by the matrix in step 3. So we have the determinant as 18, so it's 1 over 18. So I have to go ahead and distribute that all the way in. This is just a scalar like what we've seen before, where we've normally seen like 2 in front of a matrix like that, and you just multiply everything by 2. Well, here I have negative 2 times 1 over 18, which gets me negative 2 over 18. Then I'll have negative 10 times 1 over 18, which gets me negative 10 over 18. 0 over 18, and negative 9 over 18. Last and final step, I have to reduce. So I can go ahead and divide this one. They all share a 2, so that would get me negative 1 over 9. This one also shares a 2, so that would get me negative 5 over 9. 0 over 18 just reduces to 0. And negative 9 over 18, they both share a 9, so that gets me negative 1/2. So this is my inverse. Okay, that is what I have right there. So inverse is always going to kind of, well, I shouldn't say always, but the majority of the time we'll have some weird numbers in it with fractions usually. So it's not too bad. All right, let's try another one. Let's say I was given, for example, negative 5 and 5, and 1 and negative 1. If this is what I was given. So my first step, I have to find the determinant. So A times D minus B times C. So negative 5 times negative 1 is 5, minus 5 times 1, which is 5, 0. There we go. I need to stop. My determinant equals 0, so according to my step number 2 here, I need to stop. That means that no inverse exists. And the reason for that, if you look right here, if my determinant was 0 here instead of 18, I would have had 1 over 0. You can't divide by 0. One of the popular ways that I like to show people that you can't divide by 0 is just this. You know 6 divided by 3 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6, right? Well, if I do 6 divided by 0, 0 times what equals 6? Nothing. That's why it's undefined. You can't do it. It fails every time. So because that would force me to be doing a division of 0 there, I can't do that. So there's no inverse for that one. Okay, let's try another one. I have negative 7, 0, negative 4, and negative 3. Okay, so for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and find the determinant. So A times D, negative 7 times negative 3, minus b times c. 0 times negative 4. So negative 7 times negative 3 gets me positive 21. 0 times negative 4 gets me 0. So my determinant here is 21. So I can keep going. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite my matrix where I swap these two. So I have negative 3 here and I have negative 7 here. And then I change the signs here on these. So I have 0 and positive 4. Okay? And then I have to multiply by 1 over the determinant. So when I go ahead and distribute that 1 over 21 to everything in here, that's going to get me negative 3 over 21, 0 over 21, 4 over 21, and negative 7 over 21. So then I just need to reduce that. Negative 3 over 21, well, that shares a 3, so it's going to get me negative 1 over 7. 0 over 21 is just 0. 4 over 21, they don't share anything, so I can't reduce it, so I leave it as 4 over 21. And negative 7 over 21, they share a 7, so that gets me negative 1/3. That's my inverse. Okay? That's not too bad.